someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Wolf. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry for Rachaad White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Wolf. This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope it...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Operating from the gun, Wolf. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Cade Otten.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
Buccaneers 14, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So
looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Evans comes in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, Wolf. And this one is incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Ready. 2nd down and 3. White. Ritter now.
And this is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Off play action. Wolf looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake, Wolf. And a catch right side by Evans. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's got White here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw. Wolf. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
White is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Falcons, nothing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
On 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
28-yard line.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized. Playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Wolf on now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Buccaneers 31. Falcons, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Okay, right.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 1st down, Ritter.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. The touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away.
And fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but
that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First down, here's White. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Wolf. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Off play action. Wolf escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now they run the option on second down.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Ready? Now Ritter to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Wolf.
This one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. White. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wolf, and in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Falcons 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run straight ahead here with White.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Off the play fake. Wolf. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Ritter. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go, Shaq.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little. There he goes, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now White lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
He has been and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On a handoff, it's White. And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the give, it's White. And he gets it down to the 32.
58 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rachaad White hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ridder with another throw on 2nd down. Got a man, it's London.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Ritter from the gun. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And my goodness, another interception. Down the sideline he goes. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 23-yard line.
White running to the left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First and 10 at the 33.
First down, here's Ritter. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Robinson up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And now they're in the hurry up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Ritter going to change it up.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Buccaneers,
I'm really just getting started. You only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap. Go with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the